And we welcome you live here to the Brevard Sports Network, live from DC Roofing Stadium here in Palm Bay High School, ahead of our 8U Super Bowl between the Vero Beach Indians and the Titusville Terriers. I'm Jackson Robb. Alongside me, he's been the guy you've heard all morning, Caleb Brown. And Caleb, we got a good one here shaping up. Well, they're all going to be good. It's the Super Bowl. But Vero Beach coming up here to Brevard County to play the Titusville Terriers.
You know, and I've heard lots of good things about this Vero Beach squad. This is a really highly anticipated matchups of the day, this 8U squad. I also saw this 8U Titusville Terrier team play. And here come the Indians. I have not had a chance to see Vero Beach play, at least their 8U division. So it'll be interesting to see. And then here come the Terriers. I've seen the Terriers play once.
Yeah, this one's set to be a good one. PA announcer said before this one that I think the last time they played it was 7-0 was the final. I don't know who won, but I do know it was a close game and it was a low-scoring game. So that may be something we're looking at here. I think a close game was kind of inevitable, but possibly more of a defensive battle between these two teams. But we will have to see, and that's what we will do here, as looks like Vero Beach is going to start with the football to start the action. As our sponsor today, I'll tell you more about them in a little bit, but it's the BrevardBulls Basketball Organization, along with Orange Pest Control, and I'll tell you more about them in just a little bit. And it's going to be first down and 10. Vero Beach at their own 35 here to start the 8U Super Bowl. As fixing some equipment on the field before we get going. So here we go. First down and 10. Vero Beach at their own 35-yard lines. The first 10 minutes up on the clock, and we'll be crowning the Super Bowl champion in the next 30 to 40 minutes. It's going to be a run. They're going to go with an end around, cutting back up the sideline, back inside, still on his feet, nearly going to pick up a first down to start out the game. There by number 0, Marshall Cannon. And a solid gain, just short of the first down line. Again, they'll give him 8. Second down and 2 here for Vero Beach at their own 43-yard line. Vero Beach keeping it quick, keeping it moving here for second and 2. As they're going to hand it off right up the middle. First down and more. Breaking down the middle of the field. Number 3 on the big run for Vero Beach. That's Michael Barbaro.
Running like Octavian Osby was running last night.
Yeah, Vero Beach High School program moving on to the second round of the 4S playoffs while they knock out the hometown Heritage Panthers. First down and 10, Vero Beach in Titusville territory at the 45. As they're going to shift some guys, stack the near side of the line, and the quarterback's just going to run it. There's a flag on the play, and I think this is going to be a false start. So Vero Beach are going to be backed up 5 ahead of first down. It's going to be first and 15 now, which will put them at the stripe of the 50-yard line. Right on the big logo here at Palm Bay High. As keep the clock moving here. 8:45 to go, still in the first quarter. Vero Beach with the opening drive, hitting first down and 15 now, following the false start at the 50-yard line. Again, they're going to shift them over to the near side, stack it, and they're going to run the same play. There's another flag. I think it's going to be another false start or a legal shift. Now it's going to be first and 20 for Vero Beach. And well, Caleb, move twice. I would say change up the play call. It's not working.
Agree, but here's where I think the false start's happening. You see the size of number 13. Number 13, again, that's an 8-year-old. If I'm a guard, I'd be guard or tackle. I'd be trying to get a a quick step on him too, because he's been bursting through the line.
So with the timeout taken here by Vero Beach, I'd like to thank to the Brevard Bulls Basketball Organization for sponsoring all the broadcasts here today on the Brevard Sports Network. With football season ending, if you want to play AAU basketball, do it with the best in the area. Make the Brevard Bulls your home for 2023 and beyond. You can contact Stephen Hughes at 321-848-4192. He's the president and director. You can also email him at brevardbulls2@gmail.com. And then you can also reach out to the vice president, Big Steve Hughes, 321-446-2556, and his email, brevardbulls@gmail.com. So I'd like to thank the Brevard Bulls for helping us and supporting and bringing you today's action. And that's going to be the third straight false start here for Vero Beach. And you go from 1st and 10 in Titusville territory all the way back to your own 40 for a first down and 25. Almost back to where you started. You started the drive at the 35. If you take another 5-yard penalty, you're back to where you started. But without a 1st and 10, it'd be a 1st and 30 at that point. So first down and 25 for Vero Beach at their own 40-yard line. And now they go under center this time around. A little bit of motion in the backfield. 1st and 25. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, breaking a tackle out the left side. And he'll be brought down, possibly a touchdown-saving tackle there, as Michael Barbado was the carrier again. In there leading the tackle was number 3 for Titusville, Carl Lewis. Again, possibly a touchdown-saving tackle as Barbado wanted to hit that gap, but got taken down by the ankle. And that'll be a gain of 6 yards. 2nd down and 19 here for Vero Beach at their own 46-yard line.
Carl Lewis, a leader on this Titusville Terrier defense. And, you're right. That was a touchdown-saving tackle because he barely got a hold of that jersey and allowed the rest of his teammates to come clean that up.
2nd and 19 for Vero Beach at their own 46. Handoff right up the middle and into a swarm of Terriers who bring him down for only a gain of 1 or 2. And it's going to be a gain of 2. So it's 3rd down and 17 for Vero Beach at their own 48. Barbado again with the carry for the Indians, who don the red helmets but the gold and black jerseys.
It's an interesting color choice for Vero Beach.
Whereas Titusville, well, they're still yellow and blue. 3rd down and 17 for Vero Beach at their own 48-yard line. Under center, rolling near side, got hit immediately, trying to cut back inside, and that's going to be a huge loss by pretty much the whole Titusville defense. The guy that shot through immediately was number 20 and flushed him out. That was Avar Mayo, and it's going to be 4th down and 22 here for Vero Beach at their own 43. And well, their opening set of downs went pretty well. They marched right into Titusville territory, but then, 3 straight penalties coupled with a lot of good Titusville defense has them with a 4th and 22.
Now, another player that's been shooting through the offensive line is number 13, Cody Andrews.
Now we got not a flag. They're reversing the field, so they're gonna call it a punt.
Yep.
And so Titusville will take over for their first offensive possession here with 5:58 to go in the first quarter here of the 8U Super Bowl. It'll be myself here all the way up to 3 p.m. and then the boss man, Alan Slaughterzinski, will be up here to close out the day. Get the best of all three. Myself, Alan, and Caleb all day.
Not to mention we have great guys stopping in like Adam Franco might make an appearance today. I heard Stephen Hughes might make an appearance today. So you never know who's going to stop in.
First down and 10 here for Titusville. Handoff right up the middle. And a solid carry on first down there. And a pancake block in the secondary by number 13. He just talked about him. That was Cody Andrews.
Yep.
Was the one on the block. The carry, I believe, was number 5, Zachary Brown. And it's a good gain on first down, though. It'll pick up about 5. Second down and 5 here for Titusville at their own 37-yard line. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Score is still 0-0 here from DC Roofing Stadium. Second and 5. They're going to hand it off, trying to bounce it outside. Number 15 gets thrown down for a loss by Vero Beach. Number 23, Jeremiah Sears. And the run there by Dallas Clayton gets pushed backwards, and that's going to bring up third down already here for Titusville. And Vero Beach is trying to get a stop of their own. Third down and 8 here for Titusville at their own 34-yard line.
The referee can't decide where he wants that ball.
Now, I talked about Vero Beach moving on in the second round of the playoffs. So is Titusville, as they'll be playing South Sumter next week, as they knocked off Palm Bay, who plays at this stadium. Handoff right up the middle, and it's going to be, I think, just short of the first down. Number 3, Carl Lewis on the run. And it's going to be fourth down coming up here for Titusville. And we'll see if they decide to punt here, and they will. So both teams in their opening drive, the defense come up big, and that'll be a punt by Titusville. They don't physically punt it, but they just turn it over possession. And with 3:53 to go in the first quarter, Vero Beach will take back over on offense. Now, last drive was riddled with false start penalties, 3 in a row, put them at 1st and 25. And, well, they were just never able to dig out of that hole when they were able to get into Titusville territory and move down the field. But that definitely stalled some things. Also, like to thank Orange Pest Control. Orange Pest Control was founded in 2013 by brothers Jonathan and Jason Robertson with one simple goal in mind: to protect families from unwanted pests and provide the best pest control in Brevard County. Orange Pest Control strives to provide the safest, most reliable pest control and lawn care services to all of their neighbors, giving you the relief and peace of mind you deserve. Orange Pest Control has received recognition for their professional services, as in the Expertise Award of Best Pest Control Companies of Melbourne in 2021. For more information or a free quote, visit www.goorangepest.com, or for immediate service, call them at 321-631-1974. So with that, first down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 37-yard line. After their defense comes up big with a stop, and the Indians will head back out on offense for first down and 10. 3:47 to go in the first quarter, still 0-0. First down and 10, they're going to run it to the near side, trying to bounce outside, looking for the stiff arm, and he'll be wrestled out of bounds after a solid gain on first down. The keeper is Alan Johnson, and he's brought down by Zachary Brown. Gain of 4, second down and 6 here for Vero Beach at their own 41-yard line. Here to start their second drive of the game, and started out with a solid 4-yard carry. Second down and 6, handoff this time, trying to get around the corner. He has the blocks. Can he get it? He will get around the corner and pick up the first down. Number 3 on the carry, Michael Barbado. And it's first down and 10, Vero Beach. Timeout, Titusville. Here, their first of the half with 2:40 to go in the first quarter. It is still 0-0. And I believe, Vero Beach did pick up the first down in the run by Barbado. And so they will be continuing their move down the field on this second drive. But they were able to pick up some first downs on their opening drive. It was just they went backwards after that. So we've seen some offense out of Vero Beach. We've seen some defense out of Titusville. So we'll see how this one shakes out coming out of the timeout. It's going to be first down and 10 for Vero Beach at their own 47. So coming out of the timeout, first down and 10 here for Vero Beach at their own 47-yard line. It's been all run plays today so far for both these teams. Most likely what we're going to see. 3 backs behind the quarterback under center. It goes in hands off. Number 0 going backwards big time on a big stop by Titusville. Number 43 and 44, Manessa Henderson and Trevis Graves making the play on Cannon Marshall. And it's going to be 2nd down and 16. But there's a Vero Beach player down on the field, 2:24 to go in the first quarter. Still 0-0. And that player is up and getting some assistance off the field. And walking off under his own power. It's going to be 2nd down and 16 here for Vero Beach at their own 41-yard line.
All right. It's going to be 2nd down. Looks like about 16 yards ago.
So after the first down loss forced by the Titusville defensive front, it's 2nd and 16 for Vero Beach at their own 41-yard line. Moving some things around here in the backfield, spreading them out wide. Quarterback under center, all by himself here, and he's going to run it over to the far side. He cuts back upfield. There's a flag on the play, as he seemed to get the yards back that they had lost on the last play, but there is a flag down. And we'll see what the call is here for the officials. Vero Beach just could back him up more if it's on. It's going to be a person. It's going to be a face mask on Vero Beach. So that's 15 yards back. That's going to make it 2nd down and 31. Well, I thought 1st and 25 last drive was going to be far enough, but this time we see 2nd and 31 most likely coming here for Vero. And well, their offense has been moving, but not to the tune of 31 yards in 2 or 3 plays.
Well, but and right now you can watch the coach on the sideline. He is getting onto his players. You got to be disciplined here. You can have the greatest offense in the world, but if you're negating every big play you have with 15-yard penalties, that doesn't help your cause.
And still trying to figure out the ball spot here. They're going to move it back even more.
It's here. No, it's here.
Mind you, they got to get to the Titusville 43 for a first down. Now back at their own 27. So it's 2nd down and 30 here for Vero Beach. Long way to go. Minute 53 to go in the first quarter. And it's going to be a handoff right up the middle, and Titusville is there as they get to the D-line, and that's going to be a quick stop, and it's going to be 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd down and 27, I think, coming up here.
LeVar Mayo Jr. in on the ankle tackle. Got a Titusville product, Sean Shug Mitchell. Big Titusville supporter tuning into the broadcast.
3rd down and 27, Vero Beach. There's movement. I think this is on Titusville. So this is going to make it 3rd down and 22. But they're going to talk about it here real quick.
And looks like we're going to have a conference here.
And the officials are going to talk it over, see who they saw move first.
Yes, sir. We have an all-star officiating crew here today.
And it is on Titusville. It's going to be offsides. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 22 now for Vero Beach. Still quite long, but a little bit more manageable. 3rd and 22. Vero Beach to pass for the first time. Lets it go over the middle, nearly intercepted. That one broken up in the middle of the field by Wyatt Emsberger. And it's going to be 4th down and 22 now for Vero Beach. And I'm guessing we may see another punt here. And that's what we will. So Titusville is going to take back over on offense as Vero Beach is forced to a second straight punt once again by penalties. And again, a good combination of that and some good Titusville defense when needed. 49 seconds to go here in the first quarter of this 8U Super Bowl. And it's been all defense early on. And Titusville will take back over on offense here after their first drive ended in a quick punt as Vero's defense forced a 3-and-out.
Yeah, and like you said, it kind of feels like a stalemate here. Like no one's really gotten an edge. Vero Beach has kind of been shooting themselves in the foot, but their defense is really even helping them out.
1st down and 10. Titusville at their own 40-yard line. 3 backs there behind the quarterback under center. And they give it to the up back here. And he's going to be wrapped up and brought down after a short gain. That was number 5, Zachary Brown. But there's a flag down here. And it's going to be a face mask on Vero Beach. So this would be the first down Titusville gets. And there it is. Face mask on Vero Beach. That's 15 yards. 1st down Titusville coming up now in Vero Beach territory for the first time today for the Terriers.
You got a 5-yard face mask and you got a 15-yard face mask. The 15-yard face mask is when you pull it and you can see the head moving.
So 15-yard penalty, 1st down and 10. Titusville at the Vero Beach 42-yard line. Here for 1st down and 10. Again, 3 backs behind the quarterback under center. 1st down and 10. Titusville at the Vero Beach 42. Gives it to the up back, trying to bounce it outside. Has the corner down the sideline. 1st down and more. There goes Titusville. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds after a big gain, number 3.
That was Carl Lewis.
Yes, it was. And a big run down the sideline for Lewis. And it's 1st down and 10 Titusville. And the first big play we've really seen break goes to Titusville. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Terriers, marked at the Vero Beach 25. It's a gain of 17.
And look, his dad's going to be proud of him, but also I know his father's saying, hey, walk the tightrope, son. That's why we practice the footwork drills. Stay inside that and take it to the house.
And at the end of our first quarter of action here in the 8U Super Bowl, our score all knotted up at 0, right where we started. But Titusville is driving. They'll have 1st and 10 at the Vero Beach 25 when the second quarter begins.
Well, we had some good high school football action last night.
Yeah, we did.
You saw a high-scoring, one-sided affair.
84 combined points, 62 scored by O'Galley. As the Commodores will move on to the next round along with Cocoa, Titusville, O'Galley, Rockledge, and then the 1S teams that are starting next week with Holy Trinity and MCC, along with Merritt Island Christian in a state championship.
Let's go. Hey, congratulations to the Cougars competing in a state championship in 8-man football. Look, I'll tell you what, if you've ever had a chance to sit down and watch 8-man football, it's really fun and fast, exciting football. Once you get over the fact that it's not 11, once you get that out of your head and actually enjoy the football for what it is, it's really fun to watch. It's a lot quicker, and you have to get more innovative with play design.
Yeah. Merritt Island Christian's got some really good players up there. Bodie Handwork.
Yep.
Genesis Grimstead, Trey Nevad, Logan Wassmer, Anthony Alessandrini, among others. That are pretty high up there on the stats for this season against some of the best in the county. I know Calvary Chapel had our regular season sack champion out of any team. So First down and 10. Titusville at the Vero Beach 25 to start the second quarter. Handoff right up the middle. Good blocks. Hole opens up. And that'll push it inside the Brevard Bulls red zone for a second down. On the run there by number 3, Carl Lewis. As big hole open there by the Terriers offensive line. Big 5 up front.
And right now, they're in heaven right now because as an offensive lineman, I can tell you, you love run blocking. You love when you can just lean on somebody or just dominate someone and make them lose the will to want to play the game.
Again, the 6, second down and 4 for Titusville at the Vero Beach 19. Best field position either team has enjoyed here. Hand off, Vero Beach swarming to the ball for a big loss on the play by the Vero Beach big number 99, Caden Pound makes the play. And it's going to be third down and about 7 here. That's a loss of 3 yards. And that'll put Titusville at the Vero Beach 22. I think they got 4 downs to make it happen here, but can't let that happen again.
No, Pound shot the gap and said, well, you guys might like run blocking, but guess what? You got to get your hands on me.
8:30 to go in the second quarter. Third down and 7 for Titusville. Run to the fullback and nowhere to go up the middle on the run by Carl Lewis. And Vero Beach was ready. Here comes fourth down. I mean, I expect Titusville to go for it here, but we'll see what they do. Maybe a timeout on the field.
As the PA announcer said, if you came to see offense, you were in the wrong place. Again, as Jackson mentioned, this game was 7-0 in the regular season. That was the final score, 7-0. So, these two teams both know each other. The coaches did a lot of game planning for each other. So, you're going to see the chess match here. You're going to see, who makes the mistake, who pulls something out of the hat first that the other team hasn't seen.
That's the second timeout of this half by Titusville. Here with 7:39 to go. With still a 0-0 score. Once again, I'd like to thanks to the BrevardBulls Basketball Organization for sponsoring all of the broadcasts here today on the Brevard Sports Network. With football season wrapping up, if you want to play AAU basketball, make the Brevard Bulls your home for 2023 and beyond. You can call their president director, Stephen Hughes, at 321-848-4192, or their vice president, Big Steve Hughes, at 321-446-2556. And you can email them at brevardbulls2@gmail.com. That is in the number 2, or just brevardbulls@gmail.com. Basketball season's starting to kick in.
Yep.
College basketball starting up. Michigan State lost in their first game. Duke already lost, as they do. And they got fourth down coming up here for Titusville.
Coming from, folks, you're probably not going to find a bigger UNC fan than Jackson Robb here. I dare you to find a bigger UNC fan. And if you do, I'll call you a liar. Because between
Speaking of Duke, UNC and Duke playing football today.
Oh.
Just make a note of that.
Oh.
The Victory Bell is not going anywhere. I'll tell you that. Fourth down and 9 here for Titusville at the Vero Beach 23. Great field position here, but Vero Beach has begun to push back. 3 backs once again. The quarterback is under center. It's number 1 going under center, Telvin Joyner. Fourth down and 9 here for Titusville. And they're going to toss it high, bobbling. Now trying to get the corner. Gets chased down from the secondary. What a play by number 3. Michael Barbado makes the stop, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. And he came all the way flying in from the secondary, untouched to make the tackle. And Vero Beach, the Indians, will take back over offensively.
See, and Coach will tell him this when he comes to the sideline. Zach Brown, he tried to keep, stretching it outside. If he cuts upfield, you limit the angle the defender has to come up and make that play. But again, 8U, that's a teachable moment.
First down and 10 coming now for Vero Beach at their own 30 as, well, Titusville, rather, was able to get into the red zone, but Vero Beach was able to push back. So first down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 30. 7:30 to go in the second quarter. Still 0-0 is the score. First down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 30. They've had to punt on every drive so far today by Titusville's defense and, well, some untimely penalties.
If you do not have a badge, please stay off the field and off the track.
And it's going to be handed off right up the middle. And Titusville defense is there to meet him the second they hand it off. That one will go for a loss. And it's going to bring up second down and long here for Vero Beach. Number 44 for Titusville, Travis Graves Jr. makes the play. Or the first one in there to make the play.
Please stay off the field and off the track.
As they make the PA announcement.
Thank you.
Anyone coming to the field, if you do not have a badge, stay off the track, because I really don't want to see these games stopped because people not having badges won't get off the field. We have no score.
Second down and 12. Vero Beach nowhere to run again. No gain. It's going to be third down and 12 as this Titusville defense doesn't allow much of anything to get going here.
This Terrier defense, good luck with that.
And it's third down and about 14 actually now for Vero Beach at their own 26-yard line. 6:15 to go in the second quarter.
It's going to bring up third down and 15.
And that's going to be Titusville's last time out of the half with 6:05 remaining in the first half, ahead of a third down and 14 for Vero Beach. And I don't think they really wanted to take that timeout, but they had to.
The coach right now is lighting into his players. Yeah.
We have our concession stand here.
So again, this is the 1-seeded Titusville Terriers versus the 3-seeded Vero Beach Indians. Here, I'd like to thank our other sponsor of the day, Orange Pest Control. They use reduced risk products that are tough on pests but not your loved ones. They offer free retreatments so you can feel confident knowing you have the best service in town. From pest control to termite treatment to bed bug treatment to rodent control and lawn services, well, Orange Pest Control is the top choice to do everything in Brevard County. For more information or a free quote, visit www.goorangepest.com. Or for immediate service, call them at 321-631-1974.
By the way, Jackson, I don't know if you were here when they pulled in, but Titusville pulled in on a charter bus.
No, I did not.
Styling and profiling.
And third down and 14, Vero nowhere to go. It's going to be another loss on the run by Allen Johnson. And that's going to be a loss of about 6 yards. It's going to be a 4th and 20, and I think we're going to see another Vero Beach punt. Fourth down and 19. And Vero Beach is going to punt again as Titusville's defense has forced a punt on every drive. And with 5:30 to go in the first half, it's still 0-0, but Titusville will take back over on offense. And, well, they were able to get into the red zone last time around, but Vero Beach kicked them right back out and forced a turnover on downs as well.
Speaking of Stephen Hughes, I'd like to welcome Coach Hughes into the broadcast. Coach Hughes, thank you for stepping up with the Brevard Bulls and sponsoring all of today's broadcast. Our program's having a little difficulties. That's why you're not seeing your beautiful banner on. We're going to try our program a little bit later today. But we would like to thank Stephen Hughes for stepping up and being a big sponsor today with the Brevard Bulls for all of these great Super Bowls you're about to see.
West Melbourne. And our 9U game coming up next.
9U coming up next. It's Vero Beach and West Melbourne. 10U is Melbourne versus Vero Beach. 11U is Vero Beach versus West Melbourne. 12U is West Melbourne versus Melbourne. And 14U is Cocoa versus Melbourne.
I'm not going to lie. I've been looking forward to all these games. The two ones I'm really looking forward to is that 12U West Melbourne taking on the Melbourne Elite Chargers, and the Cocoa versus Melbourne 14U. And, yes, Coach Hughes, Alan will be here about 3:30. So then you can come up and hopefully our program's working and you can play your game with him.
Terriers, ball sitting right at the 46-yard line.
First down and 10, Titusville at the Vero Beach 46. Great starting field position for the Terriers.
Behind the center.
Number 1 under center. Brings a man in motion all the way across. They fake the give to him. Number 1 tries to keep it, and he's swarmed by a familiar number 99, Caden Pound, along with Makai Kennedy, as they get
Along with number 99.
Telvin Joyner for a loss, and it's going to be second down and 8, or second down and 12 here for the Titusville Terriers at the Vero Beach 43.
He's going to feel that one. I mean, the moment he said, "I got it." Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he thought he saw some space. He goes, "I got this."
Vero Beach did not bite on the on the jet sweep,
Nope.
definitely. The fake thereof. Second down and 12 here for Titusville at the Vero Beach 48-yard line. 3 backs. Quarterback is under center. It's Joyner. Hands off, and number 99 again in there. And he's going to swarm him along with 2 others for another big loss. We got a personal foul face mask on Vero, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty instead of a big loss. And, well, I don't know if it's an automatic first down or not, but it's going to be 15 yards for Titusville, regardless. And you'll take that, but still struggling to block. Caden Pound who got through again.
First down, we'll see. Yep, look like they already moving the chain.
So it's going to be first down and 10 here for Titusville. Getting deeper into Vero territory again, as they did last drive, but they got stopped on a turnover on downs. This time around, under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
And it's going to be
And it is first down and 10. Titusville at the Vero 33-yard line.
Mr. Zuby, it was the Cocoa Tigers winning 25-6 in the 6U flag game.
They may hand off right in the middle to the fullback, number 3.
and he's going to gain about 2 or 3 yards on the play. He's going to be brought down by number 23.
That's Carl Lewis on the play. And that's going to bring up second down and 9 for Titusville at Vero Beach's 31-yard line.
Got Maurice Moore in here saying, number 99, Caden Pound, go Lil Cuz.
We got a pretty good little cousin there.
Yeah, I want to say.
He's been able to make it into that backfield multitude of times earlier on in this game. Second down and 9 here for Titusville to throw for the first time. It's caught underneath for a solid gain on a quick little slant. And that's going to bring up a Titusville first down, but he's still down on the play. Pass completed there by Telvin Joyner to Carrick Reese. And Reese is still down on the play. But he hauls it in for a solid gain, and I think it's going to be a first down here for Titusville. Coming up as they approach the Orange Pest Control red zone. Here with 2:45 to go in the second quarter.
Got Jeremiah Housey says, let's go number 5, Zachary Brown for Titusville, as their dad is coaching.
Well, he's got a few touches today on the ground for the Terriers so far.
Again, that was a great little slant there we saw thrown. That's probably one of the better slants you're going to see coming out of the 8U division. I'm not going to lie. I also like the bravado kind of the backer there. He almost, if he times it up just a little bit more, right, he's got himself a pick.
Yeah.
He tried to jump that one, and that's one of those, if you get it, you look like a genius. If you don't, that could turn into a
big play the other way.
Yep.
Cite the Minneapolis Miracle. Diving for the ball. Either get it or could go big, but luckily he had some backup there. First down and 10 here for Titusville at the Vero Beach 23. Whistles and a dead play, but it's going to be on Vero. So it's going to be offsides on the Indians. So it's going to be first down and 5 here for Titusville. And now offensively and defensively, penalties have been plaguing this Vero Beach team so far today. As you see the tents start to go up, and that's when you love being in the press box.
I will say, the past couple years, past 3 years, they've been holding the ACYAA Super Bowls here at Palm Bay. And honestly, I've loved it because we get up here in the other press box. I see you on I see you, Caroline, on the sideline.
First down and 5 inside the Orange Pest Control red zone. Handoff up the middle, and he's swarmed by the Vero Beach defense. And guess who leading the charge? Caden Pound making the play again.
Just you wait. Not only are you going to be continuing to hear about him here at the youth level, you'll hear about him at the high school level. You'll hear about him breaking through offensive lines and smacking running backs in the backfield at the high school level. Mark my words.
And that one goes for a loss. Second down and 6 here for Titusville at the Vero Beach 19. Still with great field position. This is as far as they got on the last drive before getting knocked back and turned over on downs. Second down here coming up under center. They're going to fake the toss. He's going to keep it going to the near side. If he can get around the corner, which he can't here, and this is going to end up going for a loss. As Vero Beach picks it up well on the run by Telvin Joyner, which if you get the corner could have gone big, but Barbado and others make the play for Vero Beach.
I believe number 23 was the corner there, and he did a great job staying home.
Jeremiah Sears.
He stayed home and made the quarterback try to essentially turn inside. He had the backside help. That's exactly how you coach, or that's how great coaching, and that's how you play defense.
30 seconds approaching here. Titusville does not have any timeouts, so they're trying to score here before the half. It's third down.
No score.
3rd and 7 here for Titusville at the Vero Beach 20. It's going to be a run right at the middle. He can get outside, cuts back inside a little too early. And it had a chance there, some daylight by Zachary Brown. But Vero Beach kind of undercuts the ball there, or the runner, and makes the tackle for a short gain. And that's going to do it for our first half of action, the 8U Super Bowl. And this one going just as we expected, 0-0 at halftime of the Super Bowl. You defensive minds out there love this one. And as we head to half again, 0-0 here between Titusville and Vero Beach. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the start of the second half.
2.
Welcome, everybody, back here live to the Brevard Sports Network as we get the next set of 10 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter. Our score the same as when we started, 0-0 here between Vero Beach and Titusville here in the 8U Super Bowl. We crowned a champion today. Get a pretty nice looking trophy there. So does the runner-up, but, well, you want the big one. First down and 10. Titusville with the ball first at their own 35-yard line. And they're going to roll out with it now to the left side. Brown cutting back inside, and he's going to get spun around and brought down after a short gain there by number 5, Zachary Brown. As rolled out, almost got the corner, wasn't able to. He picks up 2 yards. It'll be second down and 8 here for Titusville at their own 37-yard line.
So again, it's going to come down to who makes the first mistake, who makes the big mistake that the other team can capitalize on.
Second down and 8 here for Titusville at their own 37-yard line. Titusville had a little bit more success offensively than Vero Beach, but none on the scoreboard to show, so, you know.
Yeah.
Good defense by Vero when it matters. They're going to run a little bit of a reverse here, trying to cut it back, and that did not work as Vero Beach was ready for it. Number 15 was Dallas Clayton with the ball, brought down by number 30, Jeremiah Bryant, and it's going to be third down and 11. That one goes for a loss of 3. And now Titusville back at, actually, third and 12 at their own 33-yard line.
Vero Beach is playing very disciplined defense. You know, are they staying home? Not necessarily, but they're taking 1 or 2 steps and setting the edge.
Score still scoreless, 0-0 here with 8:20 to go in the third quarter at the DC Roofing Stadium here. Arguably my favorite in Brevard County when it comes to high school.
Oh,
Former Florida Tech football site.
Yes.
Third down and 12, running it up the middle, still pushing. But it's not going to be enough for a first down there on the run by Carl Lewis. And it's going to bring up fourth down for Titusville.
I'm not going to lie, that's one thing I really miss is I miss Florida Tech football. It was awesome to come down here on Saturdays for home games. Alan would have me running and taking pictures on sidelines, and it truly gave you that as close to college football feel without going to, you know, some of the big schools or even like a UCF.
And that's going to force the Titusville punt to start the second half, so Vero Beach will have the ball again. They've kind of struggled to move the ball, had a lot of penalties in the first half that really restricted their offensive abilities, so we'll see if they come out in the second half with a different game plan or find something that works here. They are the 1 seed here in the tournament.
Now, I believe 8U does advance to nationals, so the winner of this punches their ticket to the national tournament.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
More on the line than a trophy.
Yeah. Last year's Coco's 12U went pretty deep into the national tournament. So it's, like you said, it's more on line than a trophy. It's a chance to continue playing and keep those shoulder pads on for the season.
First down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 36-yard line.
Quarterback's barking out.
And they're going to give it here on the end around. There's a flag down. I think this was whistled before it technically got started. And it's going to be a false start on Vero Beach. A flag after the play, though. Unsportsmanlike on Vero. And that's going to be, if that's a dead ball, that would add up to 20. And, well, what did I say? The penalties have killed their offense, and that needed to change, and it hasn't yet.
Someone mentioned in the comments, that's right, that Titusville 14U squad became national champions in the national championship tournament. So, like I said, Coco 12U had a nice run, and then, yes, that Titusville 14U team. which I think mostly all went to Titusville.
I was
So
going to say, no wonder then that team is currently 10-1.
yes.
And still playing in the playoffs. South Sumter, though, is going to be probably their biggest test of the season.
Oh, it is.
Outside of playing Cocoa.
Right. And you know what? I'm rooting for John Holmes. I mean, genuine dude.
So this is really going to hurt Vero with the penalties.
And I think that's been the story of Vero so far for this game is.
Yeah, they had a 2nd and 30, a 1st and 25 at one point. This is going to be a 1st down and 30 now. So, yeah no doubt about it.
The PA announcer is funny. I won't repeat what was said, but he's funny.
1st down and 30. Got to get all the way to their own 46. Handoff up the middle. There is a hole. He's going to break a tackle, and Barbero picks up 4 yards there to start. Well, chunking away at the 30. Michael Barbado on the run. There was a good hole opened up by the Vero offensive line there for him to get through, but the second level of Titusville defenders was primed and ready to make the play.
You know, look, and with Vero doing this to themselves, you're getting guys like number 13 for Titusville, Cody Andrews, who's been still blasting through the line. You can handle that if you're not already shooting yourselves in the foot with 15-yard penalties, and that's the hurtful part.
2nd down and 25, run up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere. Oh, he's still on his feet. Hold on. Getting to the edge there. And fighting through a crowd is, I don't know if Titusville gave up on the play or Barbado just kept his feet moving, but he squirts out for a gain of about 6 yards. This could be 3rd down and 19 here for Vero Beach at their own 27.
So we can put a name to the PA announcer, Coach Twan. Coach Twan is the PA announcer. He's really funny.
Yeah, he does a great job.
If you're not about getting in your feelings and can appreciate a laugh, regardless of who it's on, you would be entertained all day long listening to him.
3rd down and 19 here for Vero. Trying to erase the penalties they suffered. And this will be a flag if this is on Titusville. Let's give 5 yards back to Vero and helping them out. If they can pick up this 1st down after a 1st and 30, it'll be some good offense that really hasn't been shown today yet in this one.
All right, so we'll make it, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 13?
Yeah, it's going to end up being about a 3rd down and 14 here for Vero Beach at their own 32-yard line. 5:10 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So here it is, 3rd down and 14 here for Vero Beach. Handoff, trying to find somewhere to go, cutting back inside and blown up by Titusville's defense for a loss. A run by number 0, Cannon Marshall. And that's a loss, and it's going to be 4th down and 21 at their own 30, and I'm guessing, or it's 4th and 16 rather, but I'm guessing we're going to have a punt here, yeah. So still Vero's punted on every single drive of the day. As, yeah, the 1st and 30s was a little bit too much to make it out of. They ended up getting about 16 yards back, but still a far cry from the 30, and that's why you got to, keep those 15-yard penalties away. That could have just been the false start, and it's 1st and 15, and they probably would have picked it up. Nah, but instead, you're making it 1st and 30 by adding 15 more.
And the thing is about that 15-yard, it was an after the play, and obviously a player said something. Look, these refs are very lenient. They understand it's a Super Bowl, but at the same time, I talked about it last night at the Heritage Vero Beach game. You need to keep your emotions in check. When you're in the playoffs in a championship game, if you cannot keep your emotions in check, they will cost you because good teams can capitalize on that.
Well, you're looking at a game that's still 0-0 midway through the third. You know they have a good defense.
Yes.
So putting yourself behind the sticks by that much is not a recipe for success.
And we're not here just criticizing Vero.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I'd like to thank the Brevard Bulls Basketball Organization once again for sponsoring all the broadcasts on the Brevard Sports Network. With football season ending, if you want to play AAU basketball, make the Brevard Bulls your home for 2023 and beyond. You can call them at 321-848-4192 or 321-446-2556. Or their emails are brevardbulls2@gmail.com and brevardbulls@gmail.com. I know plenty of football players like to keep conditioned and play basketball when they're not playing football. Bouncing outside, first down and more for Titusville. Big run.
Number 21
breaks free there. Number 21 with his first carry going big. Nehemiah Gospel. First down, Titusville. They get the big play to go.
And again, you kind of started to feel that here in the second half. Titusville slowly been getting those 5-6 yard runs. Again, shooting themselves in the foot. But now you get a big play like that.
Gain of about 30 yards.
Can really spark an offense.
Gospel on the run. First down and 10, Titusville at the Vero Beach 36. The fact of the matter is, though, Titusville's been in the red zone 2 times with no score, so it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be able to punch it in here against this Vero defense, but that's a great way to start.
Agreed.
First down and 10, Terriers at the Vero Beach 36-yard line. As they're going to run it right up the middle. Good blocks. Trying to bounce it outside, though, is not going to work on the run.
Carl Lewis.
And I like the play there. I like the hole opening up. I just think if you're Mr. Lewis there, just to put your head down and keep going straight.
Yes.
Because you try and bounce it out when you're coming parallel on the line. The only time you really want to bounce it outside is when you're behind the line of scrimmage. When you're ahead of your blockers, you're rarely ever going to be able to cut to the sideline.
O.J. Evans, the score is 0-0, as we have kept repeating throughout the broadcast.
Second down, and about 7 here for Titusville at the Vero Beach 33-yard line. As this one's going to go as a handoff again to Gospel. Nehemiah Gospel trying to hit the gap again. Spins out of a tackle. Gospel still on his feet. And he's going to pick up another Titusville first down. I don't know why he only has 2 carries today, as Mr. Gospel is making plays happen. Nehemiah Gospel for a Titusville first down. And yeah, I don't know where he's been, but he's here. Using him on the ground, averaging a first down every carry so far. And it's going to be first down, and that's going to take Vero to their first time out of the half with 2:20 to go in the third. Still 0-0, but Titusville set up at the Vero Beach 25.
Vero Beach coach wants to have a conversation like, hey, come on, what are we doing, guys?
And a lot of games in college football in the state of Florida, Florida State and Miami. I know that's one that plenty of people out there are going to be very interested in. I know our very own Logan Pettit will be sitting right in front of a TV somewhere watching that one.
So Billy Palmer is a huge Florida State fan, and what time's that game?
I think it's 3:30.
He'll probably be here coaching in the Super Bowl, which don't get me wrong, Palmer will gladly take hoisting his Super Bowl trophy, but
he's going to be he'll have a score checker on the sideline. Yeah, coach, your only job today is to have the FSU game on. When I need you, come tell me the score.
When I give you the look, you better have a score ready for me.
Yeah. And UCF hosting Oklahoma State in the space game. I know Florida's playing LSU.
So that'll be a loss.
Coming from Florida fan Caleb Brown.
Yes.
First down and 10. Handoff right up the middle. Quick burst of speed. And that's going to be a quick gain of about 5 yards inside the Orange Pest Control red zone. On the run by Carl Lewis. Second down and 5 here for Titusville at the 20.
And before any Florida fans say, you're not a real fan. No, you're right. I'm a realistic fan. And the realistic fan in me says we are too inconsistent to beat a team that competed with Alabama last week.
Yeah, did lose to Arkansas last week.
Hey, Raheem Sanders had a good game against us.
That's
So
a win for Brevard County.
Right, exactly. See, and that's where I was going with. A win for Brevard County.
Handoff. Trying to cut back inside. Zachary Brown still moving here, and he's going to be close to that first down line to gain. Final effort diving forward, and he's going to get it. First down, Titusville. Zachary Brown on the run. First down. Here's we got a player down for Vero Beach.
Brevard Sports Network does not show injuries. But no, Darius Housey, you are absolutely correct.
What I'll also say about Arkansas, they've had a pretty dismal season, but you notice when Rocket Sanders comes back,
yes,
start winning football games.
Yes, Rocket Sanders is someone you're going to see playing on Sundays. He's someone you should see playing on Sundays.
We got Jay-Sean Corbin up in the NFL already.
Yep.
From Brevard County and running back.
Yeah. And he's got to get snaps because the rule is when you bring someone off somebody else's practice squad, they have to play.
Yeah.
So
I don't know the depth chart for the Giants. I know Saquon's starting running back, but Jay-Sean may get some third down goal line touches maybe. Hopefully get him in the end zone.
You know, other notable Brevard County players. You got Jawan Taylor. Currently, lately, have been some scrutiny about how he's lining up. I think he's getting picked on a little bit. And when you have Patrick Mahomes coming to your defense, that really kind of helps your cause.
Marcus May, C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Unfortunately, Gardner-Johnson out still with, I believe, a torn pec.
Yeah.
I believe it is.
Antoine
Green playing for the Detroit Lions. Jamel Dean plays for Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yep.
Somebody else. But yeah, Brevard County is a hub for NFL-type players. We may not be Muck City just yet, but we're slowly making that climb.
With all these playoff teams, we may have more going D1 in college. When we got guys like Sandman going to Oregon.
Yeah.
Well, heck, Noah Flores, Xavier Larice still coming up. Got a lot more to see. Brady Hart still coming up. How can I forget Boggs, Ohio State next year?
I want to say
Cedric Hawkins already there. There they go. Handoff right up the middle here for Titusville, and the pile is going to carry Carl Lewis ahead just up around the 10-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 3. Second down and 7 here for Titusville at the Vero Beach 11-yard line.
Currently have former Cocoa Tiger offensive lineman Richie Leonard up there with the Gators. Now, again, I know the Gators aren't doing great, but Richie Leonard has been named team captain multiple weeks. And
second down and 7 here for Titusville. Handoff to Gospel. Gospel going to try and get around the edge. Cutting inside. He is in. Touchdown, Titusville. And who else but the man who's carried him down the field, Nehemiah Gospel, who was unfortunately still down on the play as he got hit really hard on the goal line. But Gospel makes the play for the 11-yard Titusville touchdown. And with 22 seconds to go in the third, the Terriers get on the board first.
There is a flag on the play.
Oh. Gospel still down on the field, which you don't want to see, but a hold is going to take it back.
Yep.
So no score.
A holding negates the touchdown. I'll tell you what, Gospel did everything he was trying, everything he could, and he took a hit. He spun into the end zone. As he's spinning into the end zone, he got whacked. There was a blocker coming, or a backer coming downhill with one mission.
Luckily, he walks off under his own power.
Yes.
But unluckily, his touchdown will not stay on the board.
The holding was on Titusville. They didn't say a number.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where Gospel was the whole first half. Only got his first carries on this drive, and, well, he's been the best so far for either team offensively, but now they won't have him here. And it's going to be second down and second and about 16 yards here for Titusville outside the red zone at the Vero Beach 21. 3 backs again. And with the quarterback under center, 22.6 to go in the third. Still 0-0. Had a second and long here for Titusville. Hands off, trying to bounce it outside. Carl Lewis cuts back inside, and that's a pretty good run there to get him right up back past the original line of scrimmage for a third down. Definitely 4-down territory for Titusville, and starting to hit their stride.
And you know what, again, a great job there by Carl Lewis, waiting to the last second to cut back inside, because you know you're going to have to cut back inside. That corner's doing a great job setting the edge and turning everything back inside. But good.
That's it for the third quarter of play here from DC Roofing Stadium. Our score the same as when it started, 0-0, as the Super Bowl is going to come down to the fourth quarter. And keep it right here, and you'll see it, and how this one closes out, and who's going to be going home as Super Bowl champions. Again, I'd like to thank Orange Pest Control. Orange Pest Control uses reduced-risk products that are tough on pests but not your loved ones. They offer free retreatments, so you can feel confident knowing you have the best service in town. From pest control to termite treatment to bed bug treatment to rodent control and lawn services, Orange Pest Control is the top choice in Brevard County for all your needs. Orange Pest Control, founded in 2013 by brothers Jonathan and Jason Robertson, with one simple goal in mind: to protect families from unwanted pests and provide the best pest control in Brevard County. Orange Pest Control strives to provide the safest, most reliable pest control and lawn care services to all of their neighbors, giving you the relief and peace of mind you deserve. Orange Pest Control has received recognition for their professional services, as in the Expertise Award of Best Pest Control Companies of Melbourne in 2021. For more information or a free quote, visit www.goorangepest.com, or for immediate service, call 321-631-1974.
And we'd also like to thank the Brevard Bulls. Been hearing about them all day. You'll continue to hear about them all day. Coach Stephen Hughes, director of the Brevard Bulls, top-level AAU organization in Brevard. There's a little Michael Jackson Smooth Criminal. Blasts over DC Roofing Stadium. As the fourth quarter gets ready, can Titusville steal points here?
Yeah, Titusville got set up. They have the touchdown called back to the hole. Now you really want to punch it in. Now it's not 3rd and goal. It's 3rd down and 9 here. Yes. So they can get a first down at about the 5-yard line, the 4-yard line. So we'll see if they're able to do that. I mean, they're definitely going to be going all the way to through 4th down.
Jackson, what's your play call here?
I would just, keep with the run. I would keep it up the middle here. When they've tried to go to the outside, they've kind of been stopped. I would just try and get a hole to open up and shoot through the middle and hopefully get up close to that first down.
If you're good, I mean you're going to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
Why not go back to that slant? They've only tried that slant once. I think you can hit that slant.
Oh, no receiver split wide here.
Well, yeah,
going to have to come from a tight end spot. 3rd down and 9. And they are going to run it right up the gut. Gospel's back in the game. And Vero Beach is more ready for him this time around. And it's going to be a big 4th down and 6 here for Titusville at the Vero Beach 10-yard line. 9:40 to go in the fourth quarter. It's the 3rd trip to the red zone for Titusville. Haven't scored yet. And now they're all the way down to the 10 and have 4th down coming up. A lot on the line here for Titusville. And, well, a touchdown could be the one needed to win the Super Bowl. The way their defense has been playing, this could be it.
And the clock is running. 4th and 5, here we go.
4th down and 6 for Titusville at the Vero Beach 10. A big play here late in this one. Still the diamond right behind him. Flags before the play. false start. And that's going to hurt. 5 yards away here. And now it's going to be a 4th down.
They're going to be like flag after flag after flag after flag. And it's already a close game.
4th down and 10 now for Titusville at the Vero Beach 15. Got to get down to the 5 for a first down, or they can go for it all and get in the end zone. But it's 4th down and 10 here with 9 minutes to go in the Super Bowl, tied at 0.
The ball's sitting right at the Vero Beach Indian 15-yard line.
So here it is, 4th down and 10. Titusville at the Vero Beach 15-yard line. Big play coming up. Handoff. Trying to find somewhere to go. Got to turn it upfield. And he's going to get brought down for a turnover on downs. Number 75, Santonio Williams, forces arguably the biggest turnover on downs of the day. And it's going to be first down, Vero Beach. And I don't really get the play call there by Titusville. It seemed like a run up the middle that turned outside and just nowhere to go.
I don't understand. It looked like just a mass confusion, too. But, hey, you get in the red zone, you got to put points on the board again.
0 for 3 now.
The Heritage Panthers found that out last night against Vero Beach. You can't go 2 for 5 in the red zone, and one of those scores was a field goal.
Well, here in 8U, field goal is not really in the wheelhouse,
right.
So you got to punch it in, and they're not able to there again. First down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 22. Now the Indians have a chance on a game-winning drive. Handoff up the middle. Nowhere to go whatsoever as, well, Vero Beach's offense has just not gotten going today. Penalties and, well, a great Titusville defense have been the limiting factors there. And now it's going to be 2nd down and 10 once again here for Vero Beach at their own 22-yard line. 8 minutes to go in regulation here in the Super Bowl. Could we have overtime? Vero Beach stacking the far side, quarterback under center, probably going to be a QB sweep. And they do, and Titusville diagnoses it for a big loss.
That's number 0. His first name's covered up by
Demarion Missick.
There we go.
Making the play for a big loss. It's a loss of 6. 3rd down and 16 for Vero Beach at their own 16, as the Indians have been playing from behind the sticks all day. 3rd down and 16, Vero Beach at their own 16. They haven't tried passing the ball yet. This might be the time, or actually they threw one pass. They're going to hand it off here. It's going to be whistled before the play. And we got a Vero Beach timeout here with 6:56 to go in the Super Bowl. Score still 0-0. Vero Beach takes the time ahead of a big 3rd down and 16.
I'll tell you what, low-score defensive battles. Both defenses have been showing flashes, busting through the offensive lines and big hits all over.
Well, we knew from the prior meeting that this was going to have a defensive, notion to it. And, well, now they have just ramped it up to be a 0-0 Super Bowl in the 4th quarter. But, well, no complaints here. Got a great game here. Going to come down to it. Maybe some overtime. And, well, we'll have a Super Bowl champion crowned. But for now, we just focus on getting some score on the board with not much time left. Third down and 16, Vero Beach at their own 16-yard line. One safety deep here for Titusville. Up just short of the first down line to gain. 3rd and 16. Vero is going to roll out with it here. He's going to get swarmed down inside the 10, as that's a loss of about 13 yards. And it's going to be 4th down and a trip back to Vero Beach here for the Indians, back at their own 6. It's 3rd down or 4th and 26. Well, we've seen them have a 1st and 25, 1st and 30, 2nd and 30. Now it's 4th and 26. And they're going to punt. Every drive of the game so far, Vero Beach has had to punt. And with 6:10 to go in the game, Titusville's going to get back on offense and look to head back into the red zone and hopefully, for their sake, punch it in for the win and the Super Bowl championship. Stay in Brevard County. Thank the Brevard Bulls once again for sponsoring all the broadcasts on BSN. With football season ending, if you want to play AAU basketball, make the Brevard Bulls your home for 2023 and beyond. You can call them at 321-848-4192 or 321-446-2556. There are 2 emails you can find them at, or BrevardBulls@gmail.com or BrevardBulls the number 2 at gmail.com. And Titusville starting with great field position here. And Titusville takes a timeout with 5:57 to go in the game. And they're starting at the Vero Beach 30. I don't know how they do punts. I guess they just mark off 24 yards.
They give what would be about an average punt for the age group. I think it's 25.
Yeah, this would have been a 24-yard.
Yeah. I mean,
mark off. So
they usually go about 25. I think at 10U, I think they up it to 30 or 35 yards. You know, what about the average punt would be for that specific age group?
1st down and 10. Titusville, great field position at the Vero Beach 30, trying to win the Super Bowl here on a game-winning drive. Well, that's what you live for in a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Coming down to it, trying to win it for your team.
Look, you can tell these are the 2 best teams coming out of this bracket, and they're showing you why. These 2 defenses are smacking each other left and right.
Now you got to look back to that last Titusville drive where their touchdown got called back to a hold. Keep that in mind the rest of the way if they end up falling in this game. 1st down and 10, Titusville at the Vero Beach 30. They're going to throw the ball here, rolling out, pocket collapsing, throws a stiff arm, but that is number 99, Caden Pound, and you're not going to be able to throw him off.
No.
As that's a sack on 1st down by Vero Beach. Telvin Joyner was trying to roll out, make something happen, but that's going to be a loss of 2 on the sack. 2nd down and 12.
I don't dislike that play call. It's something you haven't shown, but unfortunately when you have a kid like Caden Pound, who for his size is moving exceptionally well, tracking down a quarterback, bring him down for the sack, it's hard to account for that, Jackson. It's hard to account for someone that big who can move that quickly.
2nd down and 12. Titusville at the Vero Beach 32. Yeah, I don't hit the play call either. I just think you got to kind of have a bailout option ready when that kind of happens instead of trying to tuck it, throw it away.
Well, again, 8 years old.
Nah.
Yes, you do got to teach that, but trying to tell it.
2nd and 12, running it up the middle. He'll get the 2 yards back they just lost, but Vero Beach was ready. Number 1 making the tackle for Vero. That is Gerard Hall Jr. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Titusville at the Vero Beach 30. I think this is 4 down territory as well in the field position that they are in.
Oh, absolutely. Again, maybe not the rollout, but go back to that slant.
4:30 to play, 0-0 Super Bowl here in 8U. 3rd down and 10 for Titusville at the Vero Beach 30. 3 backs, quarterback under center. Handoff. Trying to get it around the corner. Gospel gets a block, but he's going to get brought down after only a gain of 2 yards. Barbado makes the tackle, and it's going to be 4th down. 4th down and 8 for Titusville at the Vero Beach 28 as the Indians defense looking to make a stand. We'll see if they go for it. I think they should, or they could pin them deep, and they're going to pin them deep. They're going to punt. Now, if you're marching off 25 yards, Caleb, that puts them at the 3-yard line.
Again.
You could win this game 2-0. I think that's the right call at this point.
Oh, no, 100%.
Because with the 25-yard punt rule, if they don't move the ball at all, you're back at the same place. And you don't have to worry about giving them it at the 30. Now they're at the 3-yard line. So at first I questioned it, but now I honestly like the call.
How you doing?
Well, the team that gets the first turnover is going to be the team that wins.
Sorry about that. Had Stephen Hughes come to the booth, and I believe we have the Melbourne Chargers coming up next in 9U.
9U, we have Vero and West Melbourne. Melbourne Chargers game is 10U versus Vero Beach.
So Stephen Hughes will call the game with Jackson next game.
And it's been now after the punt by Titusville, 1st down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 3, and they've gone backwards plenty of times today. They've got to be careful to stay out of their own end zone here because, well, as I said, Titusville can definitely win this game 2-0 with a safety here and only 3.5 minutes to play. Vero Beach in dangerous territory. 1st down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 3-yard line. Titusville's bringing the heat. 8 players on the D-line. 1st down and 10. Handoff up the middle. He's going to pick up some yards. Michael Barbado is going to get still pushing. And that's exactly what they needed there on 1st down. And Barbado picks up a big gain. He's going to put him up to the 8-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 5. Which is a big gain when you're at your own 3-yard line.
You're trying to get the shadow of the goalposts off your back. Now that gives you some room to operate. If you want to bounce a run outside, you can move backwards a bit. You just still got to be smart with it. 2nd
down and 5. Vero Beach at their own 8-yard line. 2:40 to go in the game. Split or 3 backs. The quarterback under center again. 2nd and 5. Clock still ticks at a 0-0 game. Handoff up the middle. That's going to go for a gain of 1 or 2 and bring up 3rd down here for Vero Beach. Titusville was there quickly on that one to make the stop. Number 0, Demarion Missick and Jordan Stevens making the tackle. 3rd down and 3 here for Vero Beach at their own 10-yard line. They've been able to move the ball way out of their own 3-yard line, but they want to keep it moving here to try and make a game-winning drive. Out of this one, under 2 minutes to go in regulation. I think this Super Bowl may be trending towards overtime as it's 3rd down and 3. And run straight up the middle. 1st down here by Vero Beach. This is just a little bit of a QB sneak for a gain of 5. And it's going to be a 1st down for Vero Beach up to their own 15. Maybe taking a page out of the Eagles playbook there. But staying on his feet to pick up 5 or 6. First down and 10. Vero Beach at their own 16. A minute 20 to go. A minute 20 to go in the Super Bowl. Handoff. Cutting back inside, trying to bounce back outside. That's going to go for no gain. Titusville's defense staying tough as ever. I say 0-0 overtime is quite the spectacle in football. Yep. We're going to have a timeout. Titusville here with 54 seconds to play, ahead of a second down and 10 for Vero Beach at their own 16-yard line.
Actually, you may hear some of Stephen Hughes coming up here in overtime because his Rockledge Raiders were in overtime last night against Jensen Beach, coming out with the victory.
Trailing 16-0 at half, and they win it 19-16. The defense is definitely state good. We'll see if they can pick up another win this week against a very, very stout Daytona Mainland team who knocked off Satellite last night to move out of the first round. Whereas in that same region, O'Galley will play Sebring, which will be on the Brevard Sports Network. And while I would say arguably maybe outside of Cocoa, O'Galley looked the best in Brevard last night, putting 62 points on Merritt Island. A good Merritt Island team at that.
Yes.
I might give them the performance of the week. And it's second down and 10. Vero Beach at their own 16. 54 seconds to play in regulation. Still tied 0-0. It's going to be a snap. It's swarmed and brought down for a big loss. Number 13. Cody Andrews came in there like he drew up the play. And Titusville takes another timeout with 45 seconds to go. I don't know if they have another one left. And if they do, they may get the ball back with a little time.
I'll say this is only their second. I think this is only their second timeout.
I think so. Third down and 15 coming up. The PA announcer saying they have none left.
Oh.
So it's third down and 15 here for Vero Beach at their own 11. At this point, you just got to avoid going backwards, and you should be able to at least take it to overtime. Maybe try and break one big.
Yeah, someone's noticing that Vero Beach is not putting their hands in the dirt. Like they're more of they're kind of sitting up and kind of more standing up.
It's going to be for third down and 15 here. .45 seconds to go in the regulation of the Super Bowl. Third down and 15 for Vero Beach at their own 11. Running it. Bounce outside, Michael Barbado trying to take it down the sideline. Titusville has the angle, and he's going to go out of bounds. Smart run by Barbado for their biggest play of the game. It's a gain of 29. First down and 10. Vero Beach at their own 40. And I know they have some timeouts to spare and 35 seconds. By far their biggest play, and Barbado heads up play to go right out of bounds.
I mean, you want big-time players make big-time plays and big-time moments, and, yeah, you want to talk about a clutch play there. And, again, like I said, smart getting out of bounds, stopping the clock. I believe Vero Beach has two.
They've definitely taken one, so
yes.
They either have one or two left.
I think Vero Beach has two timeouts left.
First down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 38, still 62 yards to go in 35 seconds if they want to avoid overtime. Lined up in the shotgun, and that's going to be an early move by Titusville, and he got pancaked.
Look, I admire for trying to time the snap count. You're trying to time it up and get a head start. I get it. 33 seconds left in the game.
Free 5 yards for Vero Beach. So it's going to be first down and 10, Vero Beach at their own 43. 33 seconds to go. First down and 5, Vero Beach at their own 43. 57 yards to go here. Flag down, balls down. And this is going to erase those 5 yards they just got. False start on Vero Beach. So we're going to go right back to first and 10 at their own 38. The penalty's still hurting Vero Beach here.
Penalties. And I'm talking for both teams.
First down and 10. Vero Beach at their own 38. 33 seconds to go in regulation here in the 8U Super Bowl. As we're trending towards overtime here in the Super Bowl with a national ticket on the line.
Yep.
I don't know how the overtime format is here, but we'll find out soon enough. Running up the middle, Titusville is going to swarm to the ball, bring him down after a gain of about 5 yards. We'll see if anyone takes a timeout. I think we're just going to take it to overtime. Nope. Timeout, Vero.
If someone in the chat knows the overtime format, is it the college format where you're given 4 opportunities from the from the 10 or the 15? If they could answer that in the chat, that would be most helpful to us.
Well, there's the early college format where it's from the 25, and then when
Right.
you get to the triple overtime, you're at the 2, just taking sudden death. Or you're in the NFL, and it's first touchdown wins. So I guess we'll find out.
All right, well, someone just said yeah, so you gave multiple options, so.
I think they were talking about your options. Mine were after you.
Oh.
So, well, we'll find out. 'Cause I'm pretty sure we're heading there unless we get a touchdown right here.
Okay, someone said yeah, college. All right.
So both teams, we know both teams will get a shot at it.
Right. Yes. From the 10.
Okay.
Okay, so we go
Four
from the
downs
10.
to score from the 10.
Four hard.
That'll
Got
be
it.
interesting because we've seen Titusville get there and Vero Beach has made stops. We haven't seen Vero get there.
So
we'll see what the goal line offense and defense looks like. Second down and 5 here for Vero Beach at their own 43. 20 seconds to go in regulation here in the Super Bowl. Second down and 5, trying to get the big play to break here. Rolling out right, has some blocks, trying to get to the corner. Turning upfield, he's ripped down from behind. They want a horse collar tackle, no flag. And while they're still looking for the flag, the time's going to run out here.
And I'll say this, yes, Vero Beach's coaches are wanting a horse collar. You're allowed to grab inside the jersey, but it's once you grab inside the pad. The tackle was made from inside the jersey. You're allowed to pull down from the back of the jersey. Good no call by the officials.
And with all the asking for the flag, that's it for regulation in the 8U Super Bowl. And we are at the same place we started, 0-0 as we head to overtime between Vero Beach and Titusville. And while I know whoever's going to nationals, whoever wins this game, their defense is going to be surprising people because they both got it.
Yes.
Pitching a four-quarter. They both pitched a shutout, but that can't happen.
So
someone's going to get a shutout.
Now watch.
Someone isn't.
Watch.
Yeah, we're going to finish 50-49 in 5 overtimes.
I'm saying there'll be 5 overtimes, and it'll be just touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
Yeah. But again, I told you to look back at that holding call that took back the Titusville touchdown.
Yes.
And now we're sitting in overtime where Vero could win it. And, well, you had that taken away.
All right, so we have the coin toss here to determine start of overtime.
Not as big as the NFL coin flip because that can just give you the win, but still important if you want to go first or if you want to go second and want to know what you have to do. I would always want to go second in these scenarios if I win it. You want to know if you physically have to score or if we can kind of feel some things out. I would not want to go first.
Will have a chance from the 10-yard line. However, whoever has the ball first, if they do not score, the other team will have a chance to score from the 10-yard line, and if they score, that will be the ball
Yeah, whoever's first, if they score, it's not over. The second team gets a shot at redemption. If the first team doesn't score and the second does, then we're done. Super Bowl champions, walk it off.
All right, so let's get your predictions, folks. Who scores and who from that team scores? There we go. Let's have some fun in the comments. Who scores the touchdown first, and which player from that team scores the touchdown?
Really, just who's going to get past the other's defense?
Thanks, Captain Obvious. I appreciate that.
I mean, the scheme of this game, 0-0. Nobody's been able to actively beat the defense and get down the field. I mean, now you only got to go 10 yards, but it's easier said than done today.
So far, we got a lot of votes already for Titusville's number 5.
Zachary Brown. He's had some good runs today for him and one of the lead backs.
We got a vote for Vero, number 5, Mackay Kennedy.
Or Alan Johnson.
That's right, Alan Johnson. There's the list numbers and then there's the jersey numbers, and sometimes I may get them confused.
Yeah. So Titusville will start with it first. First down and goal at the 10 to start overtime in the Super Bowl. In the wishbone, first down. Handoff to the fullback right up the middle. Not a bad start. And that'll be about 3 or 4 yards to start for Titusville to bring up second and goal. Not bad whatsoever. On the run by number 3, Carl Lewis. At the 5, he actually gets 5 yards. Or nope, that's the yellow lines. That's the 7. Forgot that they have the soccer lines out there as well. So it's going to be second and goal from the 7-yard line here.
Remember, Jackson, the yellow line's not a fish. Folks, Jackson may just throw me out this press box.
Second down and goal. Titusville at the 7. Handoff, Gospel bouncing outside, trying to get the corner, cuts back inside, got to go upfield here, and he's only going to pick up 2. And it looked like the outside could have gone, but he kind of stutter-stepped, and that let Vero Beach catch back up. And it's going to be third and goal, Titusville at the 5. Cannon Marshall makes the tackle. And for, Gospel, he was the one who got his touchdown negated by the holding. So trying to get back in the end zone, but he's not able to there.
I will say, I think that would have been the one time I would have liked to have seen a cutback from Gospel, because he had a blocker that was kind of angling towards that could have, opened up.
Third down and goal. Titusville at the 5 here in overtime. Same formation they've been running. Third and goal. Handoff right up the middle. He's only going to get 1 or 2, and we're going to have fourth and goal. Last shot for Titusville to make it in until they would turn it over to Vero with the game on the line.
Now you hit the slant. Normally I am not a pass on the goal line situation. However, you have run that play once, and that play was back in the first quarter.
It worked.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So you run that slant here.
The Florida State
the
fight song playing over the intercom.
The war chant, as it's called.
Yeah. I think if there's Gator or Miami fans in attendance, they're probably not getting fired up, but
I'm not.
FSU ones are.
I'm not getting fired up, but I will say go Keziah Holmes.
Fourth down and goal. Titusville at the 4. Handoff, trying to stretch it. Can he get to the pylon? Carl Lewis is at the 1-yard line. No. And Vero Beach is going to get a shot to win it. What a way to get him stopped. Lewis nearly got to the pylon and 1 yard short. And now Vero gets a shot to win it or send it to double overtime.
Good gosh almighty.
Yeah, that one was close. Looked like he might have had it for a second.
Yeah.
Thing is, that was a good tackle at the one containing him and spinning him back around so he doesn't fall into the end zone, where you kind of cut off his motion and the momentum and send him back. So now it's Vero's turn, and we haven't even seen them. This is their first red zone trip all day. And it's, given to them here to start overtime. So we'll see what their goal line offense is like, because who knows, it may be incredible. Haven't been able to see it yet. If Vero scores, they win the Super Bowl. If they don't, we're heading to double overtime. Doesn't get better than this. First down and goal, Vero Beach at the 10.
Mouthpieces. Ref telling everyone to put your mouthpiece in.
First down, handoff up the middle, ball's out. Ball is free.
Who's got it? Who's got it?
Titusville recovers it. And we're going to double overtime just that quick.
Number 5 on the recovery for Titusville.
Zachary Brown. Now that one, I think.
Oh, no.
I was going to say. I think.
They flipped the call.
No, I think there's a flag on the field possibly. Hold on. Timeout, Vero Beach.
Yeah, no, they reversed the decision.
Yeah, they did. Now, I don't know if they reversed that it was a fumble or if they reversed who recovered it. I'm guessing you would reverse that it was even a fumble. But I saw the ball come out. He was on his feet. So
now I will say I did see a Vero Beach player jump on it first.
So did I, but
I don't know if they're just saying because he jumped on it first he was down, I guess.
I don't think that's how that would work in theory. But
the white hat from behind overruled. Someone was watching on the stream. The white hat overruled.
Yeah. Well, Vero Beach gets a break of all breaks here, and they're able to continue here from the goal line and keep it rolling. That could have been a momentum swing to give Titusville a win in double overtime.
Second and goal.
Second and goal from the same place here for Vero Beach. Ball on the ground again. And they got a fall on it. Number 5, Alan Johnson, in the blink of an eye. Now it's third and goal at the 11. And Vero, I haven't seen their goal line offense so far. It hasn't been impressive as they've struggled to hold on to the football here.
So legendary high school coach always said when Rockledge got in big situations, how bad do you want it, and what does it mean to you?
Well, this means a Super Bowl and a trip to the national playoffs. So I think both these teams want it pretty darn bad. I'll tell you that.
Shout out to a coaching legend who retired this year, Coach Lusk. Coach Patrick Lusk is a staple in Brevard County High School, legend of Rockledge.
Third down and goal, Vero at the 11 here in overtime. Going to roll out right. Titusville going to cut it off here, and that's going to go for a loss of 5 with a flag on the play. Zachary Brown, but that's going to be another face mask. That's 15 yards, and that is huge as Vero is going to get set up right on the goal line with a chance to win the Super Bowl. And the story of the day, penalties, penalties, penalties. And for Titusville, that penalty could have cost them a Super Bowl. As we'll see what the half distance to goal markage is and what the down is and all that. That'll get sorted out. So we'll see where that ends up putting them at.
What's better? It looks like the 6.
Timeout Titusville ahead of this big play as it's going to be third down and goal. Vero Beach at the 6-yard line. So not as detrimental as it could have been.
So
still have to bow up defensively here.
I'll say so they get to replay third down now from the 6.
Thank you again to the BrevardBulls Basketball Organization for sponsoring all the broadcasts here on the Brevard Sports Network all day here on Super Bowl Saturday. With football season ending, if you want to play AAU basketball, make the Brevard Bulls your home for 2023 and beyond. You can call them at 321-848-4192. That's President Director Stephen Hughes and his email, brevardbulls2@gmail.com. Or you can call their Vice President, Big Steve Hughes, at 321-446-2556 or email them at brevardbulls@gmail.com. So here we go from the goal line, goal to go again here. Vero Beach, if they score, that's it. That's a wrap. Vero Beach is your Super Bowl champ. If they're stopped, we're going to double overtime and do it all again. Yeah, I know we said last night that we're sure everything gets started on time. Well, thanks to this one, this one could go on for whoever knows how long. Right up the middle, and that answers that question. Touchdown, Vero Beach, and the Indians have won the Super Bowl in overtime. And whoever said it in the comments, it was number 5 for Vero Beach.
Yep.
Correct. Alan Johnson keeps it, and Vero wins the Super Bowl. And their older age group comes in to celebrate with him in the end zone. And on 3rd and goal from the 6, the penalty proves costly, and Vero wins the Super Bowl in overtime, 6-0.
Mal on the beat was the first one who commented number 5 for Vero Beach, Zachary Brown.
Well, congratulations, you were correct. You don't win anything, but
they win pride. They win pride that they knew the answer. Pride goes a long way, Jackson.
And after all that time and all the scoreless drives and scoreless quarters, Vero Beach, the 1 seed, wins the Super Bowl in 8U in overtime. 6-0 on a 6-yard winning run by Alan Johnson III for the Super Bowl. And you look back at 2 things if you're Titusville. You had a touchdown called back to a hold. That would have won you the game in regulation. And then you have a 15-yard, half distance goal that sets up that run. 2 penalties for both these teams were key today, and the penalties basically for Titusville killed their chances at the end of that one.
And let me say this. It wasn't the penalties didn't advertly affect the game in the sense of that was the reason they
no
the refs didn't cost you.
No,
they were both legitimate calls.
Yes.
And look, Titusville's nothing to hold their head down against. Look, this was a great game for Titusville. They did absolutely everything they were supposed to do. Again, costly penalties, mistakes made in the playoffs are going to hurt you, but Vero Beach wins 6-0.
And the barn burner that it was in overtime, Vero will be heading to the national playoffs, and they'll take the Super Bowl trophy here, as you'll see it on the Brevard Sports Network right here. And for Titusville, that's going to be a runner-up here in tough fashion, but great game, hard-fought game here. And, Titusville's got to come get their runner-up trophy. I think they just want to move on here. The feel for these kids, but they'll be back in this place again next season.
You know what? I feel this is a battle between these 2 squads. I hope both squads can stay together.
Yeah.
Because if both these squads can stay together, we're going to have some great matchups for the next coming years. And you and I will be calling a lot more Super Bowls with these 2 squads because they are just absolutely both dominant squads. One play decided the game. And
Vero Beach, first time in the red zone all day. And they win it in overtime from 6 yards out. 6-0. Vero Beach wins the Super Bowl here in 8U in overtime, in which we went to overtime 0-0. We come out in 1 overtime with the Indians victorious. Next game up after this, after the trophy presentation, will be 9U, West Melbourne, and Vero Beach, as Indians are going to look to go for back-to-back Super Bowls. They're actually going to have 3. They're going to have 4 games in a row. They had 8, 9, 10, and 11 will have a Vero Beach team. West Melbourne has games in 9U, 11U, and 12U. But it starts here in 9U coming up after this.
what a game. What a game, what a game, what a game.
So See these teams grouping together at midfield for the trophy presentation. And the 8U ACYAA Super Bowl champs, the Vero Beach Indians, as a 3 seed, will be heading to the national tournament.
Now, I believe, I forget what it depends on. I believe runner-up, there are certain situations where runner-ups, I believe, might be able to make.
Yeah, I don't know about at-large bids maybe, because Titusville was a 1 seed. I don't know what their record was this season, but especially in a game like this, too, maybe, just maybe, Titusville may have more football to play, but we know Vero will.
As they walk away with the ACYA title belt. All right, so that's been the trophy presentation, folks. We'll see you for 9U here in a few minutes right here on the Brevard Sports Network.